Hi, I'm Dave Chalk, and welcome to Connected Life. This week, health and wellness. We'll find out how the Vancouver Canucks stay fit to play, and also the possible misplaced hoopla over hydrogen cars.
I'm Takahashi. I'm the strength and conditioning coach for the Vancouver Canucks. Technology these days is becoming a big part of our job. Right now we are involved with a company called Inform, and they have a pod and it measures forces in all angles, measures generation of force, acceleration, deceleration. We can put it on a player, we can run them through a drill out on the ice, we can tell what his turning time is, how fast it is, whether or not there's imbalances left and right side. The other thing we use Sunto heart rate monitors that give us real-time feedback. We can see what their heart rates are at, we can see what their recovery levels are at. It allows us to tell whether or not we're undertraining or overtraining a player. I think for recreational players, the most important aspect is to try and stay in shape during the year. A lot of guys will go out, they'll play hockey once a week, they'll be in poor condition, and it puts a lot of stress on that body, and makes them more susceptible to having things like heart attacks. I mean, we're concerned about knee injuries, we're concerned about groin injuries, but you can recover from those things. If you have a heart attack, you may not recover.
So scientists are now working on an implantable microelectronic retinal device that converts visual information into electric signals for the brain. The implanted receiver takes data wirelessly and sends signals through a tiny cable to an electrode array. The retina then responds to the electric pulses and sends messages through the optic nerve straight to the brain. Patients then learn to interpret the patterns of light and dark into meaningful images. Hopefully, this will shine some light into the lives of the visually impaired.
And the biggest thing to know with HIV testing is the biggest prevention strategy is knowing your status. We know that 1 in 4 people carrying HIV/AIDS do not know they're actually infected. The great thing about InStee, it's a 60-second test done with a droplet of blood from your fingertip. You actually take the test to the patient instead of the patient coming to the test.
So as you can see, we have the 1 dot on the top, which means that the test has worked. If it's reactive, you'll have 2 dots. So this is what a negative test looks like.
The entire experience was completely painless, other than the pressure you kind of put on yourself and the nervousness of sitting there and, you know, facing kind of such a serious topic. But other than that, I thought it was easy. You're nervous for 60 seconds and you walk away, and it was simple.
The production of 1 calorie of animal protein requires more than 10 times the fossil fuel input of a calorie of plant protein. With more than 1/3 of all fossil fuel produced in the U.S. going towards animal agriculture, reducing the amount of meat you eat in a week can have a big environmental impact. Besides, cows are one of the greatest emitters of methane, the second most significant greenhouse gas.
Few people would deny that cars make our lives more convenient, but they're also environmental nightmares. The hydrogen car is getting a lot of hype these days, sure, but some leading scientists suggest that they would probably produce more carbon dioxide emissions than the gas-powered cars already available today. Whether we extract it directly from fossil fuels or by splitting water molecules using electricity, it takes energy to create hydrogen, lots of it. Researchers at MIT have reported that the overall efficiency of producing, compressing, and using hydrogen fuel cells isn't much better than traditional hybrids. And in fact, diesel hybrids are by far the best performers. Now, we should of course continue researching hydrogen, but hydrogen fuel cell prototypes have already been around for 50 years, but some energy experts believe that practical delivery is still decades away. We can't let hydrogen cars distract us from the real issue. We need to burn less fossil fuel and reduce our greenhouse gas emissions today.
To give the auto industry a chance to convince us skeptics, I went to GM's big hydrogen vehicle launch to check things out for myself. Tune in next week for our exclusive follow-up story. You'll be surprised at what I found out.
One final thing for you avid game players, especially with the release of Halo 3, you may want to be careful just how long you're playing. Recently, a man in southern China collapsed and died after playing online games for 3 days straight. It's not the first time, though. A teacher recently also collapsed while playing online games for 15 days straight. I'm David Chalk. We'll see you again next time. Bye for now.